and it's type 3. It's very, very common. That's why it's cheap. Doesn't mean it's fake. It just means there's a lot of it, and we need to spread the word of shungite because it is truly beneficial to everybody. It has a lot of uses. But we're not going to tolerate this type of deceptive marketing, okay? And then he goes on saying, always ask to see lab certification of authenticity from your vendor before buying shungite. Listen, nobody makes these certificates of authenticity. It's elite shungite is actually illegal to export from Russia. It's not a material that's you can export. It's not in their catalog. It's all being mined illegally. Okay? It's not like regular shungite. Regular shungite can leave the country, but elite shungite is very, very rare, and it hasn't been cataloged by the Russian government for export. So, that's, where are you going to get the certificate of authenticity? Which lab is doing that? None of them. You're just getting these certificates with Photoshop, and you're collaborating with your supplier. Here's her name, Ela Oyachikova. Okay? We know who she is. She's running this shop, Karelia Shungite, and, she's collaborating with this deceptive marketing. Now, he goes on saying cheap shungite is fake and offers no benefit whatsoever. So, in one sentence, he's discrediting the lesser price shungite as being fake. Okay? So, this is hypocrisy on another level. And this is why we're going to expose the truth in a few parts. Okay? Unless he makes a video apologizing for all the deceptive marketing that was done, and notifying all his customers, and starts providing shungite at a reasonable price. If he does that, we won't make any more parts to these videos because we have other things to do, and we want to spread the word about shungite. Here he makes a video about a customer who makes her own video who shows that the $50 foam plate doesn't actually block EMF. And as being in the business, having been in the business for over 10 years, we know that shungite doesn't block EMF. That's just not how it works. If it blocked EMF, you would have no signal. You wouldn't be able to use your phone, right? It's just common sense. But him, in his videos, he does show that it blocks EMFs. We're going to debunk this in another video because even that, he's manipulating the experiment just to show that it works in his favor. But it doesn't work like that. There's information about how shungite works. It's with the torsion fields, and we're going to make another video about that. But just know that the level of hypocrisy is very high here because somebody called him out, and he makes another video calling that person out. So he doesn't want to admit that the deceptive marketing that's being used. Okay? So, don't worry about it. We're gonna make these videos shortly. It's gonna come one by one, and everybody will know the truth soon enough. And, and again, as we said, cheap shungite, as he claims, is fake. Here he's selling 108 bead. It's a mala necklace, essentially. The weight doesn't matter. Again, 392 grams, but he uses that to make it ridiculously expensive, $800. These beads are type 3 shungite polished. That's what they are. Type 3 shungite that's being polished. Okay, that's all it is. At most, each bead is gonna cost you 25-30 cents. And altogether, it's gonna cost like $30. Okay, so just look at the markup here. $800 is just abuse at this level, and that's why we're calling it out. And look, it's even lost its luster here. That's regular shungite, regular type 3 shungite, the most common shungite that exists. $800. And as you can see online, you have other sellers selling, the same beads here, $10. Nice original necklaces here, $22. There's nothing over $100. Shungite is very common. Type 3 is very common. You know, you have nothing over $20, $30. Okay, so these are reputable sellers selling real stones. Now we want to go and this proof right here just shows you how the images and later on the videos are being manipulated. Okay? Because this is undeniable. He says when the package arrives, the tariff is 850%. Okay. Not even Trump wants to put a tariff that high. Okay. Second of all, there's two problems with this image that was falsified. HS code here, 7117 900,000. It's actually an incorrect HS code that he's listing. It's listed as other imitation jewelry of other materials, not specialized. Imitation jewelry basically means it's not real gold, it's not real jade or diamonds, it's imitation. It has nothing to do with a shungite stone, okay? It's a rock. So there's no point in even saying imitation because none of his necklaces have metal in it. Okay, it's just a stone. Okay, that's the first issue that we have with this. Okay, that's the HS code. Now the rate of the duty is the other problem. Okay, it's very easy to Photoshop this. This individual has been in photography before, as we'll show in other parts. Here, where do you find 850%? Like the highest duty is 130%. And that's for non-favored nations. Non-most favored nations. Russia is one of them, yes. But where's the 850%? There's nothing that comes close to that. Nothing. Okay? So just this alone shows you that fake manipulated images are being posted and to convince a potential customer that what he's selling is very, very exclusive and thus commanding a very high price. He goes on saying that these two stones are fake. And again, it's photoshopped. He put Amazon Prime and why don't you put the listing itself here? What's the problem? What's the issue showing the listing itself if it's really fake? The stone on the left is type 3 shungite. It is shungite, but it has a layer of, maybe it's acrylic, it's a coating, because if you keep it raw shungite like that on a necklace, it loses carbon and it will stain your shirt. You can wash it later, but it just stains your shirt. It loses carbon, just like a graphite pencil. That's why the seller put an acrylic or some kind of a coating, just to avoid that hassle. This stone on the right, I don't know what it is. It doesn't say where the picture's from, so it's useless to even put it there because there's no source, nothing. In this video, he talks about fake shungite, exposed, this and that. He put some other stones in there. Who knows, what the seller actually listed it as. But there are no sellers that are putting this and selling it as shungite. Read the reviews. If you have many people saying it's fake shungite, then, you want to be careful. But from our experience, and, we're in the business, we're not going to make up stories that shungite is fake just to sell more merchandise. We respect our competitors. We want them to thrive because there's a market. The market is big enough for everybody. But the way this is going with this verified shungite, he's discrediting all the shungite online that's cheaper than his as fake. So, we're very worried, and this is why we made the video. Honestly, we've been collecting content for a while, and enough is enough. We've had enough of this person. So now time came to address it, and that's what we're doing. Okay, guys? So, look, he even said, if the market is filled with fake shungite and people have bad experiences with plastic counterfeits, then the reputation for shungite would ruin. That's a very nice angle he's taking. You know, it's very convincing, but it doesn't fool us. I wanted to have a place where you can trust that you are getting generous shungite from the source he should add at exorbitant rates. Okay. So that's part 1 for now. You know, I think we've done a good job exposing this phony certificate of authenticity, which has no mention of the lab that's conducting the experiment. If it's a lab doing it, where is their information? You know, and plus you have all these spelling mistakes, analysis written there on one way, analysis written in a different way there, counterfeit tests, you know, geographical origin, Karelia, deep mine in Russia. Yeah, that's very specific. Anyways, we've done enough to show in this short video about the holes and the deceptive marketing that's being used by verifiedshungite.com, and it's the guy behind it, the individual behind it, Gary Fong. So, we're going to be following up on this. Leave a comment below if you've been duped by this website, because I'm sure some of you are furious about spending that much money when you could have got affordable shungite at a fraction of the cost. You know, he's literally selling it for 5 to 10 times even more of what they could have got for. Like, he even makes this video that this is fake shungite, but this is how type 3 shungite is. It's a dirty rock, but it doesn't mean it's fake. There's different sizes of it. You know, the seller's showing you it's real. It loses its carbon. This is not coal. Coal it looks similar, but it won't conduct electricity, you know. And look at this seller. It has New Moon Beginnings. You guys can check them out. They have 5 stars. You know, nobody can last long in the industry if you're selling fake goods. You know, let's be reasonable. All right, guys. So in the next video, we're going to show you the other experiments that have been conducted that are being falsified to expose the truth about verified shungite and Gary Fong, guys. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.